Hi, welcome back to the Casual Reader Book Club, and we are going to be talking about the first part of Turn of the Key. So, I think the house is already creepy. It didn't take me 30 seconds in that girl getting to that house, me thinking, I would not live here.
Well, I mean, I had never truly sat and thought through the ramifications of a smart house until this book. And, and it's just like, what if the computer glitches? What if it gets a short? Are you going to be able to get in your house? Are you going to be able to adjust the temperature in your house? Are you going to be able to, it's like everything in this house.
Close
the shower.
The window.
Yeah.
Who wants a shower that you have to sit and give it commands to figure out?
Yeah, if it messes up and it loses the file that is, Michelle's shower, suddenly the default is you get pelted with cold water? I don't think so. I'd be like a cat.
Well, it'd wake you up.
I don't take my shower in the morning. I take it at night.
Okay.
I'm looking to wind down.
It would wake you up.
Yeah, that'd be bad when I'm trying to get to sleep pretty soon.
So I thought that was kind of amusing. I like the way they're setting up her time in London, showing that she has a friend and her friend leaves town and now she's not really hanging out with many people, so she wasn't really looking for a change in her job, came across this, and it's just too good to be true.
Oh my God.
55 pounds, or 55,000 pounds a year would be the equivalent of about 62 or 63 here, something like that. Plus, 8 weeks vacation?
Yeah.
8 weeks
access
vacation.
Access to a
car.
Your live-in, so all your food, your shelter, your utilities, you don't have any of that. Now, of course, you're on call 24/7.
You usually have at least some days off because it would be frowned upon.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying that when you're on duty,
you're on.
It doesn't matter what time of day or not because it's children.
Yes. Yes. And they have the inconvenient habit of getting sick in the middle of the night.
Or nightmares.
or just any multitude of things. That I think the thing that really bothered me about the house was like the curtains. She couldn't figure out how to close the curtains. It took forever for her to figure out how to close the curtains.
And there was a camera in her room.
In this part of the book?
I thought it was right after she closed the curtains that she discovered there was a camera in her room. Maybe not.
I don't think so. Not in this part of the book. Because I haven't seen a camera yet. I didn't read beyond. So, if I did see a camera, I don't remember.
Well, she puts a sock over it, so I think you would remember that.
Probably would have remembered that one. But I did like the fact that she seems to be building a relationship with the children already. I hate to the dickens to try to listen to the rest of to read the rest of the book because she seems so happy right this second.
Mm.
And that she's writing from jail.
Yeah.
From day one, she's writing from jail to try to convince someone to take her case that she did not kill one of the children.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I'm really bothered by is that they are letting you like the children so far. The smaller children. Now, we haven't met the teenage child yet. We haven't met that child yet. But the rest of the children, they're letting you like them. And I really wish the author wouldn't do that. I know you have to. And it wouldn't be as good a book if you didn't. But it's just so sad.
I thought it was very powerful that moment when she first comes, to meet them, and and she's leaving, and the The little one, is really, there's the baby. He doesn't really care. But then there's the 5-year-old who, is, oh, yeah. And then there's the other one who at first is very standoffish, the 8-year-old, Maddie, I believe. And then as she's getting ready to leave, there's like a zoom, and she comes in and grabs her by the legs, and it's like, what was it she said? It's not safe here?
Yeah, don't come here. It's not safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that would rattle me. An 8-year-old telling you it's not safe somewhere?
I think I would have decided at that point, I don't care how much you're paying and how much vacation time I get, I don't believe I would take that job.
And I'd be talking to social services.
To find out why. Oh, this is 8-year, not the 8-year-old, not feel safe in her own home. And is it the computers or is it something else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can see, even in the kitchen, everything is hooked up to the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And the computer can control any part of the house.
And it's called Happy. Who does that? Who calls their app Happy that controls their house? That's just a little demented. Don't you think?
Well, it's better than like Psycho or something.
I know, but just, ugh. I just find it a little...
I think it's a little sappy, and it would be an easy sell. Like if you were advertising it, which is what they're doing, it would be a very easy advertising. Allow our computer to keep your home happy. With Happy.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm sure like trained people could come up with something really snappy, but I think it would be easy to advertise.
Well, I don't see Happy replacing Alexa anytime soon.
I turn her off.
Well, I mean, I don't want that kind of thing, but I'm just saying, at least with Alexa, you have that false sense of at least addressing a person. Whereas every time you say Happy, I feel like you would be thinking, okay, I feel like I'm addressing a dog or a clown. It doesn't, I don't know, it just feels weird. But then, I kind of have some issues with, smart houses and AI. The amount that I had thought about it, I'm very uncomfortable with it. Maybe because I'm too big of a sci-fi reader. But I see too many parallels, even though currently AI is not at the point where we worry about it. But I just don't like the idea of you just ordering something around all the time. It just gives me very uncomfortable connotations. You know what I mean?
Well, in my car, which is different than at home, I have hands-free. And my phone is only activated when it's plugged into my car so that I can use the hands-free. I find myself saying thank you to it occasionally, and I'm really not sure that I should be thanking an inanimate object. But
come the AI revolution, that might be a good thing.
But,
you might be one of the masters who doesn't end up shot or electrocuted.
Possibly. But I just think it's a very uncomfortable in some ways.
Yes.
An uncomfortable feeling.
Yes.
To have something else, for my opinion, something else in control of your home.
I agree with that. Like I said, I'm not comfortable just, especially, I guess maybe with the point of, giving them women's names. Hey, my artificial intelligence servant, do this, adjust my heat, order my milk, or, you just, I just don't.
Well, you do have to call it something. I mean, maybe you can call it Charles for Charles in Charge all those years ago.
It's in this instance, it's not the name itself that I'm objecting to. It's the feeling of ordering something, I guess, that I'm not comfortable with. Ordering something to do basic tasks that I feel like I should be doing myself and not as a good American.
I don't know if you've seen any of them, the refrigerator that they have in this book is very similar to some when Ron and I were out looking for refrigerators that we saw, and several of them did have the ability of, you could say, refrigerator or whatever you wanted to call it, add milk. And not only would it add milk to the list on the fridge, it would automatically pair with your phone and update your shopping list that you have in your phone in your notes category. So I thought it was really interesting. I don't want that, by the way. No. I don't want that. I just add my stuff to my list because I can't read my own handwriting.
Well, I mean, aside from all the other issues we've talked about, I mean, we're setting our houses up to be hacked.
Mm-hmm. You'd easily get the stove, the refrigerators. I know probably would be an entry point.
Yeah, and there have been studies I've been reading about for 2-3 years now in the Post and different places where they've been talking about, you know, we protect our computers and we protect our phones with all of this security measures. But now our homes are getting all of these basically computers in them, and they're not protected. Mm-hmm. So, and yeah, you want somebody to hack your security system and let themselves into your house? No. But you also don't want them, you know, getting into, I mean, if they can hack your refrigerator, and if that allowed them access into your shopping list, could that possibly in any way tie into, say, your prescriptions?
It depends.
I mean, it depends on how you have them set up. But, I mean, you see what I'm saying? That it could be a slippery slope into some really hazardous things.
Now, a lot of people really get into the technological component of allowing, some of the refrigerators actually have a glass front. And when it looks like stainless steel, and then when you walk up to it and touch it, it will actually reveal that it's a glass window. So you can see without fanning the door. You know about fanning the door to the refrigerator. It cuts down on that.
Yeah. So it's a green option.
So it's a green option, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I think next week we will read the next 50 pages. Is it 50 pages?
This time we read 75.
75. So I mean 100 to page 150. I knew I was thinking 50 something, but read to page 150. And we will get back together next week to talk about that part of the book.